Cold coffee. Who wants cold coffee? Maybe we're gonna make something new. Matter of fact, people gonna be drinking cold coffee all the time.
Mic check, Mickey, mic check. Welcome to the Cold Coffee Show. I'm your host, David Glasgow. To my right is my cool, calm, and collective co-host, LeRon Henderson. He in all black today. Watch out, you don't want to mess with him. We are at the best place in the world, 7654 FM 78, aka New Orleans Daiquiris to go. Jazz, can you tell us what's behind the bar today, please, ma'am?
Yeah, so today we have the green apple. We have a pink valley, which is like a pink lemonade. We have mango, hypnotic, and a shop special with cotton candy.
Shop special with cotton candy. Y'all heard them. Y'all go ahead, hand it over to the bar. They also have beers, also have waters, also have sodas, and also have hookahs. So go ahead, head over to the bar. They're gonna take care of you, the good folks over here. Dominique, would you like to tell us what we're celebrating today? Why our setup's different? What's going on? Come on, enlighten the people.
Talk to us.
Pass my exam for license.
No, you gotta say that with like
Some enthusiasm.
come on, like you did that shit.
Yeah.
Say it for us again.
I passed my exam. So I
Four.
can sell insurance.
Congratulations.
Clap it up one time. That's Big Birdo, everybody. Yeah,
Please.
I walked in here and they had the setup and like they were in the middle of like a heartfelt speech and like I thought they were clapping for me. I'm like, oh, y'all really ready for cold coffee? I started down. They're like, no, niggas, not for you. But no, congratulations, really.
Facts. I
Really,
think you
really.
should celebrate people more, especially
Hell yeah.
when they're accomplishing things. You know, my favorite thing to ask people is, "What are you doing next? What's next?" So that's what's up, Big Bird. What's next, Bird?
Just winning.
She's talking about, can I celebrate this one first? Understood.
Congrats. We wish you happiness with your endeavor, for real, for real.
Anybody else celebrate anything? Maybe this Texas heat?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's been 100 degrees every day of last week, and this week it's going to be the same. So,
Yeah, I release my single next week.
You released your single?
okay.
What's the
Shout
name?
out to that.
Can we like download it on Apple Music and stuff?
Yeah, on there.
Apple Music, Spotify, all the major platforms.
Okay, plug it, artist. What is your name and what is the single's name?
Sandra Sud, and the name of the single is OM.
O-M?
Yeah.
Okay, by Sandra Thug, you said?
You know that's not what she said.
No, I swear to God, that's what I heard. what you say?
Sandra Sud.
Sug, my bad. I said Sandra Thug, my bad. My
My
bad.
next name.
So, hey, look, I want 10%. But y'all heard it. So when, what day does it drop?
Yeah, that's me.
I'll share.
Let's go down to the team.
June 2nd. Oh, great day.
Please
Great
do.
day.
Yeah, I'll share my thing. So I think it was like 2 months ago, I left my job because it was very toxic, like very hostile work environment. I'm just not with that energy anymore. So I just decided to leave and go do my own thing. So me and Renard and another friend of ours just kind of like ventured together and started our own construction consulting company. And we just won our first bid last week that we started on yesterday. So we
Clap it up.
Houston. So
Clap it
thanks
up.
for that. And we got a big meeting on Tuesday, so prayers up for that. So sometimes you gotta walk out on faith and just
That's right.
trust the process. Because if
Okay.
I would have thought I'd be planning a wedding and quitting my job at the same time, I would have told me that I was stupid. But sometimes you gotta
Gotta do what you gotta
That's
do.
right. That's right.
Salute. 'Cause I think a lot of people stay in miserable situations out of the fear of
I
finances.
can't do that no
And,
more.
yeah.
I did that in my 20s. Like, I'm not doing that no more.
Salute. I'm proud of you. Damn, there's a lot of great music.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's up? You like, I want to get in. Go ahead. Come on.
I can't say specifically what it is because I signed an NDA, but I signed a contract with a multi-billion-dollar company, and I have my first event next Friday.
You just gonna hold on to that?
Yeah,
Hold on to the multi-bill?
Right.
Congratulations, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I have painted my house. My shit is nowhere near theirs, but it is a task in a 100-degree week. I do encourage y'all to get out into the sun too, man. Getting a little sun is healthy. Sweat off that back. And, get right, because I'm certainly doing so. So,
I was gonna say, big energy.
congratulations to everybody, man. And if you don't have nothing going on, it's time to set some goals and plan some things out.
Genuinely happy for you guys, really. How's everybody's mental? Everybody good? Ooh, oh shit!
Oh.
God damn! Well, we just
Glad we started off hot.
from sugar to shit. All right. Ooh, I heard a lot of like psh and hell no. Do y'all want to talk?
Yeah, I think we should talk about
You wanna talk?
why would you why is your mental not where it needs to be right now?
So this is the first time I've ever been single and alone.
Okay.
I'm 36. My entire life I've been surrounded by people. I have kids. It's my first time. I haven't seen them for like 7 days. So it's weird. It's tough. It's tough. That's it.
My advice would be to enjoy that actually, because one, hearing sounds like maybe sometimes you appreciate that time, and yeah, take advantage of it, because you know it sounds like it's not gonna be here long. It sounds like them kids gonna be right back home in a little bit.
I definitely enjoy it, but sometimes, you know.
It's just something to get used to. It's something that's different. I know what you mean.
I can't wait for my kids to leave.
Mama bears don't know how to act when them cubs go to missing.
Who else? Anybody else has something troubling going on right now? Challenging?
I just have the autoimmune disease, and it's just kicking my ass right now. I made myself come up here. I was like, yes, I want to be around black people. I want to be around good vibes. So
Oh,
Appreciate you. That's what this is for, too.
y'all help with my mental health right now.
that's what we do. We clapping. Yeah, we clapping. Next episode's gonna be claps. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, but for all of y'all who are going through a challenge and might not want to voice it, I mean, life goes on, you know. So, I mean, I don't want to make short of your situations or struggles, but what I can say is that I feel like as long as you keep persevering, you win. So, you know, my advice would just be keep going to all of you. All of you. Anybody, just keep going. Let's see. Oh, guys, since I'm so unorganized, last week I wanted to play y'all the testimony of the girl from that Travis Rudolph case, and we don't have to stay here, but I just wanted for context. For context. I just want to play it because, you know, it so happens I have a whole folder labeled cold coffee. And when I put stuff where it's supposed to be, I don't find it. But yeah, I found it. So I want y'all to hear her testimony in this trial.
Situation has happened. It obviously blew up 20 times more. But I didn't necessarily mean for anything to happen to Travis, his family, his house, or anything. It was like my second home. I would not want anything to happen there.
Alright. And he never raised a hand and touched you, did he not?
Yeah, he was raising his hand the whole time, like grabbing me, pushing me back. Yeah, the whole time.
Did he punch you?
No, he didn't punch me.
Did he slap you?
No, he didn't slap me.
Did he pick up any objects and hit you over the head with them?
No.
So why did you want to smash his car window?
Like I said, it wasn't intentional. I was just throwing things because I was upset.
And when you were throwing things, you were also screaming things at him, like you were going to send your brother Keyshawn over to kill him, right?
Never, ever, ever said the word kill at all.
Okay, so 4 men showed up at his front door, and you told both of them that Travis picked you up and slammed you to the ground, right?
Yes.
And that he had disrespected you.
Yes.
I'll leave it there.
Since the situation had
I know the reporter voices make you just sound guilty. It don't matter if you.
That's
Oh,
okay,
it's
yeah.
told to us.
There was so many. Yeah, that
Like,
does always
Jesus,
sound
as
guilty.
soon as her voice came, I was like, yeah, she's guilty.
That's
No,
all. I
but
wanted to give y'all full context. We don't even got to stay here. I just want to give y'all full context on what I was saying last week. Just to rehab a little bit, she did send a text message, come shoot this shit up. And unfortunately, somebody ended up dying due to this.
no, I think we could stay for a small moment because there's something to learn from that, which is shit can go left quick. So you got to manage your emotions, and I know that's hard for people to do, but you got to think first before you react, and you got to manage your emotions. Because I believe her. I believe she wasn't wanting all that to happen. When girls get mad, they get mad. They see red. But shit can happen. And, you know, in her case, she lost somebody. So You know, thank you for providing that, because people do need to see those type of examples, man. I know a lot of people that deal with domestic issues that probably need to be addressed. So yeah, learn how to manage your emotions, please. Leo?
And for anyone in here, I suggest you pay attention to that case, because I know a lot of y'all have men that will protect you and come do whatever to somebody for you, like really look after you, but make sure you're telling the truth, because for what you don't want to happen is, for when these situations actually happen, somebody doesn't believe you, and then the woman's actually in trouble, then what, right? So like, and in these situations when somebody's lying and it gets put on the stage like this, like a huge stage like this, it can be confusing for people. I know for any of my cousins, just them two, like any woman that I like care for, if they call me, it's gonna be some investigation.
Exactly.
Because why you putting your hands on my friend, my cousin, this woman I care about? And I'm gonna ask her questions too, though. Like, tell me the entire situation before I come and do something.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were saying last week. Like, I think the question we asked the ladies was, do you understand what position you're putting a man in once you make that call?
Yeah, because you can put somebody in a very disparaging situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened to me in my younger years, like in college. But there were situations where I would try to protect my cousins or women that I had met in college. Sometimes they were lying in situations, sometimes they weren't. So I had to decide, okay, well, my line of questioning needs to be different. As a man, though. Like, as a man, you gotta ask yourself, okay, this is a woman I care about. Okay, well, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna go about listening to her and figuring this out? And sometimes they don't get caught until the woman speaks up about it. But there's like, it could be a whole laundry list of shit that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And she could have possibly had a hand in it, and they've been going back and forth. But the point that gets talked about or focused on is the point that she speaks out. Nothing else will focus.
We're gonna go up here, then we're gonna go here.
To piggyback, because I wasn't here last week, but I feel like as women, we have a responsibility to choose our words carefully with the men in our life. So my mom had 4 kids. I'm her only daughter. And I have an older brother that's 17 months older than me. And her words exactly to me as a kid was, don't get my son killed. That was it. And at the time, of course, I didn't really understand, like, because I'm like elementary, middle school, and I didn't really get it until I got older. But she was basically saying, like, don't have him in situations to where he's trying to protect and defend his sister when it's really on some BS because you didn't fluff the story or whatever the case may be. So I grew up, like, knowing not to put my black brother in situations that could get him, you know, harmed, killed, locked up or whatever for my lack of words. So maybe last I was watching the show Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and the wife went to her husband and was telling him this story, like, yo, your 2 homeboys charged me up and they blah, blah. But you could tell the husband was getting like worked up because he wanted to protect his wife. But the wife was twisting the words and she was literally gleaming from ear to ear watching him get worked up. And I thought to myself, like, that's very dangerous. Because as a man, your instinct is to protect, is to react. Because of course my wife wouldn't lie to me. She wanted me to protect her, not knowing that she could be setting you up for danger because she literally is getting excited just watching you want to protect her. So we have to be careful in our words and how we choose to, you know, say and make sure we're telling the full story, the full truth, because the men want to protect us and we can set them up and be in a line of fire for something that wasn't even worth it.
Very, very well said.
I would second that too and encourage men to know your woman, know who you're dealing with too, because ultimately you're gonna be the one that's tossed into that fire. So you need to judge all angles and be able to perceive things in order to make the best decision. Because I agree with you, some women do it and they don't know that they're doing it for a bad reason or setting you up for it. But that's your job and your masculinity to be able to decipher between when I need to use my mind and when I need to be physical and try to eradicate things that way. So I don't know. How you feel about that, Glass? And then we'll go here.
I think that everybody plays a role in it. Kind of like what we were talking about last week. We all have a responsibility for self. So it's like we all have a responsibility to tell, especially in situations like that, to be truthful. Because like, you know, if if a woman you really care for or love tells you something heinous happened to her, it's pretty safe. I think it's pretty safe to say that with most men, the logic's going out the window at that point. You know, we're taking her word for it, and then we're willing to take it wherever it needs to go. But like you said, maybe the man needs to do a better job of being more logical in those situations, and maybe the woman needs to do a better job of really conveying the truth, like, and knowing, like, if I tell him this, I gotta be aware that he's willing to go there mentally. So yeah. Yes, ma'am.
About when y'all feel like y'all confronting the man about it, like, what's the goal and how effective do you feel like you are when you actually confront that man? As far as like what's the goal for him never to do it again, or for him to have?
I think the goal for me is to be there for her. I'm a non-violent type of dude because I really don't think straight when I start getting violent and amped up. So if I was to come over there, she's calling me, we're talking about my sister or my woman, my job would be there for her. Clearly you need some backup, things aren't going well, and if I see from that point, to be honest, my logical decision would be to get the correct people involved or the people away, because it's not my job. And I was just listening to this in a podcast, motivational. You got to stop putting other people's burdens on you. Now you can help, you can assist, but am I gonna go to jail tonight? Because when I get amped up, it's a wrap. For real though, and I know that about me. So when I come over here, I can come over here out of moral support and even do a little tussle. But much more than that, it's gonna be a big, large problem. So again, my goal would be there to be support for her, and that could be in more than one way.
I think the goal is prevention. And I can't tell you, from the
because you're not helping if you just go over there and pull your gun out like, now it's time to get down. Like, what are we solving if I call you and you just come over here, you don't even know what's going on. Like sometimes talking to man one-on-one, you get to hear what really happened too, because women they speak differently. So I look at men and it's like, what the hell happened tonight? You know, this is okay. Now I can have better judgment on how to call that. Look, you need to leave, or I'm telling you now. From what I heard, I'm gonna have to, hit the pause.
Regardless of whose fault it is, whether it be or if they both going out together, like both parties need to separate.
Yeah,
but that's easier said than done. That is much.
I ain't gonna front. To be honest, like I've had situations where a man has probably disrespected me in public or something like that. I try to get out of there because I don't want to get him in that. So he walk in big, tall, 6. It's already intimidating off that. I usually try to get home and be like, hey, such and such happened, because I'd rather get home safe and let him know what's going on as opposed to get him mixed up in now we all kind of screwed up. So I usually try to divert and try to just get out of it. Now if I just can't, I'm probably gonna end up calling the cops if I end up calling him, because I just don't want to bring him into that line of fire. But it goes back to how my mama raised me. Don't get my son killed. So I always keep that in my forefront. Like, how can I prevent this? I'm gonna let him know, just not immediately, because I know he's gonna come in hot. I'm already hot. It's just not gonna work for nobody. So you really have to pick your battles. That everything doesn't need to call Pookie now. It just doesn't need that response.
Yeah.
I'm a thinker too, bro. Like if I'm gonna have drama with a dude, or I'm gonna go regulate something like that, bro, I'm gonna get you when you least expect it. Like I'm gonna come over there, make sure nothing else happens. I'm the type of dude to wake up in my bed the next morning. So frankly, I'm gonna get you when you least expect it, and definitely not gonna incriminate myself here on the cold coffee and premeditate no murder when I go over there saying I'm coming over here to. So once I see someone, I'm like, all right, bet you come with me. We're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna be seeing you. We're gonna be seeing you, my boy.
I just thought I wanted to revisit it in again, because I wanted us all to get the full spectrum of the situation.
Have responsibility though.
And so, because it's a very common, unfortunately, it's a very common occurrence, and I would like to try to avoid it so we don't have another Travis Rudolph situation.
Facts.
Yes, ma'am.
Quick aside, I've been reading Bell Hooks. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with her work.
Leo loves it.
Yes, All About Love.
All About Love.
Yeah. They talk about feminine masculinity and toxic masculinity. pretty much like how we, both parties, can be accountable for chaos. And like you said, they need to separate, get some time to process it. And that's what that book talks about, is just like how it's like from the root of it. Like, you know, we're taught that we can manipulate from a really young age. So what are we gonna do? You know, whenever as adults, what are we gonna manipulate them as well? I think me personally, between me and him, like I don't want anything to happen to him. So I'm like she said, separate, take a break, and give me time to process. Give him time to process. So we're not like ready to fuck each other up. You know.
No facts.
And what you said is why I love the version of feminism that Bell Hooks talks about, because Bell Hooks' version of feminism is inclusive to me, you, everyone in this group.
Right.
Because she says everyone is accountable for patriarchy, sexism, all these things, and we can all exude these at any given time.
Yep.
And I know, like in popular media and a lot of spaces, it can seem like, oh, men are just terrible creatures that can't be right. No, that's not the case. We're harmed too, and we suffer from patriarchy and sexism just like everybody else does. But we just don't. We've been conditioned not to talk about these things. Well, I can't speak for myself. A lot of men have been conditioned not to speak about these things.
Yeah.
So the ball's always out of our court in that way. So I will forever love those for that. Not like in my book club, like you went. I've talked to them about books. It was only for men before, but I'm working on
Wow. Come on. No, definitely read, and please tap in with Brothers Book Club. Solid dude. Shout out to the viewership, man. We having to pull out church chairs.
I know.
Jesus. Is the reason for the season.
Always a good problem. All right, let's get into it. Men. I gotta talk to my men for a second. How do y'all greet women at work? Do y'all hug them? I don't need.
Yeah, it's a little like everybody instantly like, oh, y'all know we know each other, cause that just hello, good morning is the good morning.
Yeah, I give a fist bump or a high five. I don't.
If I know you though, like if I know you, I'm gonna give you a little hug. But not if I met you at work. Unless we didn't hung out outside of work. Hugs is for outside of workers.
So
I'm not even. That's too close.
I still get I
that's
can't.
Too close
I'm
for
just
me.
afraid,
I'm just
HR, and I don't know how temperature is nowadays, and
it's
like.
Scary. I mean, I do feel for men a lot in workplaces. I know we have this Me Too movement and everything. And I know there are serious situations, but I have seen for myself where women have taken their relationships with male, co-workers outside of the office a little bit, and as soon as they got pissed off,
oh yeah,
they go run to HR.
It's something, yeah.
So it's like you have to be careful, and you got to kind of conduct yourself in a way where you're thinking about worst case scenario. If this happens, what am I prepared to do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it can go left either way.
Yes.
Like I've had women in the workplace grope me, touch on me and stuff. Like
he be killing me with the grope.
No, for real. Like, no, it's happened so often. But if I make a report, it's gonna be a problem, it's gonna be an issue, and people gonna look at me different, whatever. But if it's in reverse, a woman can do the same thing, the whole shit gets shut down. And sometimes I just wish it was the same across the board. Because I don't like being touched. We've talked about this before. If I don't want you to touch me, please do not touch me. I will remove you.
Yeah, I feel you. I actually hate to be so honest sometimes, but I wouldn't mind being groped. I'm serious.
Even if it's a girl you're attracted to?
Even then, I'm like, I still got it out here. I still got it out. You know what? You out of pocket, but you have a good day.
I mean, if you in the sticks, then yeah, hey, grope me. But
grope me.
But if I'm not with it.
No, I feel you. Yeah. If you're not with it, it's like, all right, now I'm gonna have to file that suit on you. You've been doing the most.
Ladies, are y'all, like, I know Lachelle talked about it, but ladies, are y'all, like, offended by that when I make, because I feel weird doing it, but I'm like, fuck that.
The hug?
No, I do fist bumps and high five.
We shouldn't initiate.
No.
Huh, you said what?
I don't think we really should initiate.
Yeah,
initiate the hug?
If you, like, come on, bro. Just say hello. Just say hello. How are you? Good morning.
Well, it's just natural. It's like, hey, I'm not like waiting for her.
For me, at work. Good morning. Like, and then I think it's all about you. Like, don't be one of them awkward persons who, like, you don't know if you're going in for a hug or, like, bro, just good morning.
Yeah.
Go on about your damn
Some
day.
people don't like to be touched. Some people don't like hugs.
And then some people be like faking you. You be like, hello. They be looking like they wanna like.
The pulse hug, the fake hug.
Yeah,
Just
even
suck
same
good
sex,
morning.
like I'm a hugger, you know what I mean? But the other females may not be a hugger, so you gotta be careful. You know, especially these days. Everybody.
I pretty much like if I work on base, so that's even a different like type of like environment where they're more likely to believe they're active duty than they are to believe the people that the civilians. So like that's the opposite for me. It's like I have a complaint, but are they really gonna take it seriously? And they're probably gonna take their side anyway.
Basically, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No lie.
For real.
I got fired on my day off.
Oh.
Like Craig.
Damn, Craig.
On a Thursday.
What happened? How you get fired on your day off?
Somebody made up a story about the last shift that I was at, and they were likely to believe them before they believed me.
Okay.
And so pretty much, they were like, "No, you're fired," without doing any investigation. They just pretty much said I'm fired. And I've only been written up on that job. I worked there for like a long time, and I only got written up once. And you gonna fire me like off of that? So yeah, it was a really tough thing. And then as far as like workplace hugs and stuff, nah, I'm good. I don't like none of y'all. I'm just here to
Fist
work.
bumps and high fives, baby.
We have to treat the workplace environment similar to the club. This is something I live on with my guys. Let her choose. Be attractive, be cool, but let her choose up. Don't be that pervert lingering around doing the most. If she like you, son, you gonna know that. Like, I've never seen a woman that's interested in a dude not make it known in some form or fact. So let her choose up, man. Let's take one out of the old pimp, the pimp pilot. Don't be doing the most. I think that's the best way to keep yourself at reach. Because I don't see many girls getting sexual harassment cases. So guys,
They do be doing it though.
They do it.
I told you why dudes ain't tripping on it. Dudes is cool with it.
No, we not. Don't do that.
Other than Leo's the only
We are not cool.
I like if the ugly girl grows with me, I got a problem with it.
I think
She only gonna do it once with me though. It's like, look, you got your little groping. You don't need nothing else.
I think I would be more uncomfortable with reporting them than actually, like, you know, I think I'd be uncomfortable in the moment, but even be like, nah, I ain't gonna report it.
Yeah,
Which
that's
men
true.
should.
That's true.
My other problem too at work is when, like, you gotta keep work business unless you really are deciding once you chose up and you want to choose back, bro. You cannot play that field because, like, I hate when you kind of like are cool with somebody that you not attracted to, but they take the wrong idea from it. So now they're extra flirtatious with you, and you like, damn, I done opened up Pandora's box. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you too friendly, keep it business. It's no happy medium with work relation. It's this way or it's that way. So,
Yeah, wait till the company party with people drinking and then the
exactly. Or
real emotions
find
will
your.
come out.
What's up, brother?
So I think people need to establish and respect boundaries and understand boundaries. And we also got to lead from a position of consent. And it's not just asymmetrical. It's not just guys directing it towards girls. It goes back and forth both ways. The thing is, from like what we were talking about earlier with bell hooks, they just goes underreported in us. Because for one, we have this masculine minded, oh, nothing, I can't be got. I wasn't grown, and then we walk away offended and we swallow that. But it doesn't just dissipate. It stays with you and stays in your soul. And it further reinforces the toxicity of the patriarchy.
You know what's common with that? And I got you right at the ring. A lot of men were sexually assaulted at a young age, and we don't look at it that way. A lot of us were sexually assaulted at a young age.
By older women.
By older women.
Never predatory.
Exactly. And we don't look at that. We're like, oh, I just got me something. It's like,
or men.
I feel like that's a whole podcast. I feel like that's a whole podcast, Glass.
It is.
If we get into that, it's gonna get real.
It is. I'll leave that there for now.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that because I think that is a little lighter mood. What are we here for today, though, Glass?
Today we are going to hold on.
What are we here for today? Once again, welcome to the Cold Coffee Pod. Appreciate everybody coming out, to the new people I've never seen before. Appreciate y'all, man. For real, man. Y'all showed up. I thought y'all was gonna stay at home because of the weather.
Today, we got the remix of Jeopardy song. Today, we have good old deep trivia. So, let me give y'all a rundown of what we're gonna do. So basically what's gonna happen is, in this good old thing of technology called a phone that I have a list of questions. Some of them are serious, some of them are goofy. We're just gonna have a good time. But we're gonna go through these questions. We're gonna get majority answer, and then we're just gonna discuss them. Pretty plain forward. So basically, I'm gonna ask a question. Some are true or false. Some are A through D. I'm gonna ask a question, read out the answer choices. I already expect. Please try your best to listen. I already expect. What was that again? Like, let's try to keep it down a little bit. Let's try to focus. But I'm gonna read through these, and I'm just gonna afterwards. Basically, I'm just gonna ask who likes A, who likes B, and then we're gonna talk about it. So everybody get it? We good? Pretty straightforward, right?
Deep trivia, cold coffee. Let's do it. Question number 1.
Trivia. All right.
You should probably take that password off here.
No, I gotta stay there. All right. Question number 1. If a woman doesn't answer your text or calls for 2 days, then she is A.
I'm sorry.
You was right.
A. Trying to focus on herself. B. Fed up. C. On her period. D. With another guy. I'll give y'all a couple seconds. Do I need to go through them again?
Y'all have to.
All right. Already know. All right. I got you. Start from the front. Gotcha. If a woman doesn't answer your texts or calls for 2 days, then she is A. Trying to focus on herself. B. Fed up. C. On her period. D. With another guy.
There's always a one that's just left field.
It's B or D. Sorry. I said 2 days.
I'm gonna go with. For me, I'm gonna go with fed up, which is.
Well, hold on. Let's get a majority first. Who got A?
Who got A?
Trying to focus on herself.
Trying to focus on herself.
Got 4 trying to focus.
It depends on who it is in your life too, but.
The situation is.
That's true.
So what is the context?
You've been talking to the girl, and now she's all of a sudden she's ghost.
Deep.
He didn't need no more context.
So I got 4 trying to focus on herself. B, fed up. Who got fed up?
Come on. She gonna text back.
Got 5 fed up.
Busy.
Fed up. C on her period. Who got on her period?
No one's going for the
Nobody's going
period.
for the period. Nobody's going for the period. D with another guy. Look at all
I like D. Don't be.
Okay, great. This is a great starter. Then, women, y'all explain to us, if you're not texting for 2 days or returning for 2 days, give us a reason. Give us a valid reason of why. That's a why.
I'm not fucking with you.
Hold on, guys. I can only hear one.
What I tell you?
What's up, Ashton? What you got?
I'm gonna say not interested anymore, because either you piss me the fuck off or I just don't talk to you.
Have you ever just flat out ghosted somebody?
Yes. I can say on my chest, hell yes I have.
Oh, that's true. We do always talk our way out of pussy. But why did you ghost the person?
That's funny to me though.
It's the truth. We talk ourselves out so much. I'm sorry.
I said I feel like sometimes people aren't worth my energy. Because I feel like if you do dumb shit, and we're all grown, you know, if you're being stupid. Like, you know. Actually, I take that back, because some people, I like to say common sense isn't common.
That's true.
Because sometimes people say stuff and they think it's okay and it's really not. So for me personally, to protect my peace, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. Because if I act how I want to act, we're gonna have a problem. Just like you said earlier, just gonna move it to the side out the same way.
Has any woman in the history of women ever, since year 0, ever told the guy, hey, I'm talking to somebody else?
Yeah, I've gotten that before.
Oh,
I feel like if you ask me a question,
I thought that was a
I'll
myth.
answer that. If you don't ask me a question, I have to answer. I feel like you don't need to volunteer.
Not in the
Oh, okay, no. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so if you volunteer,
Yeah,
I'll
not.
answer myself. I know if you blatantly ask me, hey, are you fucking with me? Are you interested? I'm gonna say no.
I'm saying if I'm talking to you and you disappear for 2 days and then next week I see you on Instagram all hugged up with another dude, like, oh, the love of my life. Like, all that shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of foul. Like, you don't give the dude that you were talking to, like, hey, I'm...
A little courtesy section.
No,
Yeah, like,
but again, I think that's for you as a dude to realize she gives no fucks about you, bro.
I'm not saying
Like, she don't give no damn. Not none.
If I know you a week and we was talking, there's another dude I've been talking to for like 2 months, and then he finally decided he wanted to get right. Yes, I'm dropping your ass like a bad habit. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Yeah, you should, but you don't think you should tell the guy. It's not your job to tell the guy.
I feel like if you don't know and say, hey, what's up, what's going on in the situation, I don't owe you no information.
So we have to inquire about you dropping us. we have to talk about us getting fired. Basically, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, same with me, because I feel like if I'm talking to somebody and I want to know information, I'm going to ask a question. I feel like closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't speak up, then shut up.
Yeah, but
Now-
if you ain't talking to me for 2 days.
If you have,
It's like, goddamn, it's over. 48 hours.
It's been open a long time now.
I'm speaking for me personally. That's how I was raised. Closed mouths don't get fed. So if you want to talk to somebody, you're going to talk to them. That's just how I feel. Same way, if there's a dude that I'm interested in, I'm going to talk to him. If it's been 2 days without us speaking, and I want to speak to his ass, I'm going to hit him up. I'm going to say, hey, what's up? What's going on? We good? Like, I'm going to ask.
I'm about to give you all a page out of one of my books. If you do get into this murky water, fellas, if she does not close that door, what you need to realize is, A, you don't have to say nothing else. You need to survive for another day. You need to live for another day. If she wanted you out, she would have been like, look, we done. She'd have gave you that whole spiel she just hit you with. If she don't say nothing, that means just relax, just let her contact you next time. It might be next week, it might be next month, it might be next year. But if you come emotional and then you try to, I want to get to the bottom of you now. Responding back to me. Now you about to prolong that shit. She's still fucking with you. She just, not right now.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm lying, ladies.
I mean, a year later.
Hey, I'm Mr. A year later, I'll put on my glasses like, okay, all right. And that would ball in my court.
No, she bored,
No.
and she ain't.
This is your opinion, because I'm sorry. Like,
She said women. She said women.
She
And
bored.
she
and
just told you like a legitimate fact. Like women, most women are not built like that. Like if we are into a dude, we're into a dude. You're gonna hear from us. Period. Unless real life is really going on, or we messing with another dude. That's just what it is. So don't hold your breath. Oh, she might text me next month.
but that depends on how your game is going. That depends on how your game is going. If you presenting yourself as a dude as, oh, I'm easily gettable, then she feel like she. But if you a dude that make a woman chase, if you a dude that make a woman feel like they gotta earn you too, it's cool. If you don't text me for a couple days, I'm not gonna press you about it. But she's not going nowhere. She'll tell you if she's going somewhere. What she's saying is, I probably don't want to be bothered with you right now. And what I'm saying is, that's fine. Men get in places like that too. Like, if I don't hit you back, I'm not hitting you back. It might not be nothing personal. If it is personal, I'm like, fuck out of here. Stop hitting me.
I mean, if y'all fuck,
If it ain't personal, then just take it for what it is. If she's not responding, clearly there's some fucking understanding in that, right? I'm not a very emotional person, especially in situations like that. I feel like you just have to step back and like take your emotions out, and then you can normally feel like it could be any of those situations, right, that you named A through D, and really you're guessing. So the best way to do is sit back and let it play out. Again, usually, hopefully for you guys, it's 1 week. But again, to sit there and try to, if somebody to third text after that, you're getting into murkier water. That's what I'm saying.
The triple text is nuts. Yeah,
You're going into quad texts, you're trying to figure.
No.
The triple text is like the FaceTime, like, hey, where you been?
We're not getting better at the.
That's nasty.
But
So men, how do we feel about that? How do we feel about the whole?
fellas, y'all better rock with me here. What's
Yeah, I
up?
know my.
I don't even relate to this whole question. It's 2 days, yo. Like, you can't go 2 days.
Nah, but if I text you, son,
If she
you
just
need
goes
to
silent for
acknowledge
2
my
days?
text.
Wait. For the context, he's been single. I mean, he's been not single for 17 years. So.
Oh, brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brother. It's crazy.
You
I can't
can't
stay in a
even really.
relationship.
Yeah, 2 days go by. They're like, where in the hell your ass is at? 17 years is a while. Fellas, anybody else? 2 days. What y'all got on the subject? For me, you gonna acknowledge my text. It don't have to be today, tomorrow, but say hello, or I'm gonna acknowledge it like I said. I'm
Yeah, send me a
Hey,
emoji.
2 days go by. I'm engaged now, but before then, all right.
It was a problem?
So 2 days go by, you text, trying to get that third text in after the second day, it don't work out. But then there's even been situations for me where I go out, I pop out with another girl, and then I get that slide up on the Snapchat saying, "Oh, that's what we're doing now."
Exactly. And at that point in life, the ball is in your court. You are winning. When you get that message, just know you have won.
That's when you
have
open it
won
like
that
for 2
battle.
days and then you respond. Yeah. What's the max number that y'all are texting somebody without the response? Be honest. The 2?
It really does depend on who it is. We gotta take important people out. Important people, I know, like
somebody you trying to y'all in
just
that
somebody
thing
we're in
trying
that. Okay.
Get to know. One, Uno.
You might be on airplane mode.
Okay. LA. You say 1, right? Well, think of the situation. Let's say you text her late at night, right?
Right.
The bed would be late, like 11 or something. She's getting some sleep.
Right.
She don't respond back. It goes to like 10 in the morning the next day. Are you texting her back that next morning? That's a realistic situation, I feel like. Y'all feel like,
You know what?
one. She's
I'm gonna do what she would do to me.
There we go.
I'm a text.
You petty in the mother when you tell me I'm gonna do what you do.
When I don't get a response, then I'm gonna call. Cause that's what she do to me. Oh, I didn't text. I ain't get no response. I might text again. I ain't get no response. Then it's like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a very important way to do it.
Then she gonna blow me up. Then she gonna call me after the text and say, "Why you not responding?" So what's going on? I'm gonna do the same thing.
I agree with her on that because people take text messages way too crucial. Oh, I can't double or triple or send it with a a text is something you get it when you get it. A call is I'm trying to reach your ass right now.
Right now.
So if I call you twice and you don't hit me or hit me, different. If I text you, and it depends. Y'all married, bro. There is no non-texting back to it, man. I need to see you or
you can't avoid that conversation. When you come home, it's like,
a comma, a question mark, something that better come across that screen.
Yeah. On my soul. Relationships marriages need the Boost Mobile where y'all can just, y'all don't even need text messages. You need to be able to get straight through at all times.
I was gonna say real quick, when I was single, it was a hierarchy. Like if you had a good dick, and then you were just like.
And I didn't want to get sexual with it, that context. But it do depend on how good the sex is too. Because if the sex is good,
the nigga
you can have as many days as you need. Take as many days as you need to get back.
He might be busy right now. I'm just
On my soul, son.
Okay. So we good on that question. I guess the overall answer was
She was
She fed up or got another nigga. Got another nigga, another dick. That's what we should say.
Okay, y'all ready for question number 2? All right.
Question number 2, guys.
Question 2. If a man asks you to pay for a date, then he is
Blocked.
A bum. B, displaying equality.
Displaying equality.
Y'all want equality?
I like that one. I love that next one. I'm going with B already. I don't even need to hear this.
C, testing you. D, budgeting official. Y'all want me to read it again?
Those are 4 good reasons for it too. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll read it again. I'll read every question twice.
No, let's make this a middle date. Middle date somewhere in here.
It's a middle date.
Yeah, that is important. The concept it can't be the first day, bro. You can't ask somebody to pay. You gotta make it a third.
Alright, we'll go first and we'll go third. We're doing first right now. We'll do first right now.
First date, okay.
If a man asks you to pay for a date, then he is A, a bum, B, displaying equality. C, testing you. D, budgeting efficiently.
And this is for first date.
Oh.
First date on this one, this time around. I don't know. They just going on a date. And at the end of that damn meal, he said, yeah, he said, they gonna remix the questions.
Yeah, y'all.
He said, did she ask him out or did he ask that?
Look, it's too much. Look. Just first thing. Okay, everybody got your answer choices? Are we ready? What we got for A?
What we got for A? A bum.
A bum.
Y'all kill me with that because I do.
Oh, my brother, you're a traitor. Alright, what we got for B? Displaying equality.
I'm throwing the whole bottom half of this.
Okay. C, testing you. Anybody?
I'm with C. I definitely ask women to pitch in to see where they gonna act. I will not deal with no woman that just wanna. That's a test for me.
Hold on, guys. We about to talk about it. Hold on, let's go through our answer choices. Oh shit, here we go. D, budgeting efficiently.
Budgeting efficiently.
No budgeting? Shit, that would be my answer.
So I gotta get my stocks and bonds right before I date
you. You really ain't down with me if you don't know what I'm trying to save up for, type shit. Okay, I'm gonna do another count. A bum. Who said a bum? Oh shit, that's more hands than before. Okay.
Yeah, they thought
y'all be hating. Yeah, look at y'all. B, displaying equality. Okay, C, testing you. Ooh, so we got between A and C. Why do y'all call that man a bum?
Because you asked.
Because you said he asked about Wait, you said he asked you about
No. It's just a date. It doesn't matter who asked.
Yeah, you're just on a date. You're just out. Y'all out on a date. We're making questions. Just deal with this. Y'all happen to go on a date. It doesn't like let's take Listen, here go the fucked up part. If you asked him out, you still gonna call a man a bum for asking you to pay.
Hold on, y'all.
Because I asked him to do something. I paid for it. I paid for our drinks, our food, and for the bowl.
But he didn't ask you to pay though.
That's no. What I'm saying is I asked him to go do something. So I paid for it. If a man asks me out on a date, why the fuck aren't you paying? You just asked me to do something.
She does have a point because a girl has asked me out to go somewhere and she paid too, and I was like, that's a class act.
But you know what? I've been asked out before, and I've made sure I paid the bill. I feel weird letting a woman pay for it.
No, because it was unique on this bum situation. Because I'm clearly not a damn bum, and I've let someone pay for a date. When a girl asks, I think it really says, hey, I want to go out to this place with you. I don't mind paying for whatever reason. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with that if it's that energy.
I think it's stupid to ask somebody out on a first date and try to test them and you're not trying to be open. Why fucking ask me in the first place?
Just see where your head is at.
Hey.
We playing jump like why?
We not playing games. This is a test. This ain't no benchmark. This is a test. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel you on that one, but you'd be surprised how many like little games dudes play too. In terms of what type of person am I dealing with? I don't know you. I'm saying, hey, I'm interested in you. I might say, hey, look, would you like to pitch in on this dinner? Alright? I wanna know. And there are times where I really, based on how our conversation went, it could go much worse. But what I'm saying is, we do want to know how you feel about that.
I got a question.
Go ahead, bro.
I got go ahead.
Well, speaking from an emotionally intelligent point of view, like, he a bum because I'm emotionally unintelligent and I don't feel like dealing with it.
What if he clearly has money?
I don't give a fuck.
No, answer the question. Because, like, okay, this nigga's not a bum. So what is it really then?
You could be a bum with money.
Y'all didn't get the dictionary and the bum
Wait,
is
explain
a
what
bum.
that is.
Nigga got money,
How you
y'all.
have money, you a bum.
Exactly, so don't do that. You just
Let's
mad.
hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear her reason.
It's like if we beat it, but that's what we're talking about. You have mentality.
Basically, you're not a bum, you just a bitch for not paying for her meal. You
She gonna call you that too.
a whole ass nigga for not funding her evening.
Okay, hold on. Look, I got a question. All right, listen. So, ladies, answer me this. What if this happens? What if y'all are out on a date? The waiter brings the tab. You start doing this a little too long. You're like, hey, I left my wallet at home.
Apple Pay.
Totally different.
Apple Pay. This restaurant does not take Apple Pay, Jay. Y'all ain't gonna get me. I've been doing this too long. You gonna pay for yours?
If he left his wallet at the house, it's crazy. But here's my problem with this. And we can get off of this quick because we got other answer choices. But ladies, here's my problem with this. Men have expectations too. The same way women expect a man to just pay and do all these manly things, we expect shit like femininity, shit like respect, and shit that we don't just naturally get. So to say just fuck you, you left your wallet on the damn table, we're done here. Like, damn, like, it's crazy to me how like women don't have the same regulations as men do in dating. It's like, it's nuts to me. It's nuts.
Because y'all don't remove the patriarchy out of love. Y'all don't remove the patriarchy out of anything. Y'all just keep patriarchy in it. So of course, it's gonna be unequal. Now, if you take the patriarchy out,
I'll take the patriarch.
You come to every show. You use these big words that I like
pay for
hearing.
half of this shit.
You come to every show. For real.
50-50 is crazy. Don't come over here talking 50-50.
Before we go to the next number B, I love women. I love me a woman that will naturally pull out her shit and every now and then pitch the fuck in. Maybe pay for the whole bill, but a woman that will pitch in and also show that she can. Shout out to y'all because you are grown ups at this point. It's no one's job to just.
The opportunity to even offer. You asked us if we was gonna like. That's a turn off, especially if it's the first date. Like you said, y'all test us. We testing y'all too, and it's not saying that we would never do it. We can't do it. But it's a first date. Be a gentleman. Court the lady. Like, it is what it is.
I like that.
You never
I like
know.
that.
The
I like
next
that.
day, I might call you. I'm like, hey, let's go out somewhere. And I might surprise you and pay for the whole thing. Like, you
And
just never know.
that's a great A vibe.
Coming into the situation, you
I
actually
like
don't
that.
have to delete my number, you're blocked.
Alright, so I can agree. On day one, you're a bum if you.
What you saying is
I can
true.
agree. I
What
can
you saying is true.
For date one.
No, if you start off and you do that and you do get through the whole testing period and all that shit, women be the biggest tricks for.
On my soul, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like not understanding what we talking about. Hey, on my soul, women love paying for dates. I don't know where y'all are at, but. Hey.
Y'all be tricking.
I'm gonna tell you what it ends up being. I hate to say it.
Much as I hate the way you said tricks, he's telling the truth.
I mean, even when we go out for brunch, we like to spend money like he's drug dealers. It's no different than when you actually fuck with man.
Y'all gonna spend that.
You said what, Red?
Y'all gonna love when y'all gonna.
I was about to say something, but we're gonna get off of that. What B was what? B was
equality. Just plain equality.
Although I love that. I love that. Women want equal rights and everything else other than paying for shit.
That's not a right. That's a duty.
They want equality and everything but bills. I ain't mad at them though. I ain't mad at
It's called selective equality.
them. Selective. If I was a woman, you paying for my shit. So I feel you. I got you. C.
Wait, I want to stay there. I'm not letting them off the hook because a lot of y'all motherfuckers raise your hand. Yeah.
I saw one person raise his hand.
No, that was a high one. Like, yeah, motherfuckers was like this at first, and then it went down. But so what? Do y'all not believe like? Well, I gotta ask this first. Does anybody believe in equality here amongst our relationship? Okay. So with that being said, is it as foul as it's making it seem from a bum to answer choice B with displaying equality?
There's no equality.
Having a basic conversation.
Hold on. Y'all even talking. Hold on.
We're just having a basic conversation before y'all even get there. Before there's even a check coming, let's decide what we doing as far as finances. Because if this is a first date, you don't know my financial background, you don't know my economic situation, and I don't know yours. So you can't be inviting me out to this expensive ass place and be like expecting me to pay for it, and I shouldn't do that shit to you either.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not going if I cannot afford it. I would just respectfully say we'll go to the park and start this show. First date.
That's about to be the experience.
Out here, you want. That's important too, though. Like to not, you don't deserve that shit on day one. Fuck is you? Cause you don't know you like that yet. I'll take my old lady to the best restaurants. Like I don't know what you're doing, though, fellas. If you are here tricking, then do you. But we're not talking about that, I don't think. What is C? Because this is where I am.
Well, let me, did you have something you had
For equality, anybody else got anything for equality?
I mean, first date to where I'm at now with my fiance. Before I would be like, you know what, okay, like, no, I'll pay just because of how I was raised. But now she's like, oh no, babe, I got you. Oh.
I love that moment.
Yeah, no fight at all. I was like,
Go for it.
Sure. So do y'all
He's
have
talking
like
about go for it. That's a crazy thing to say to her after she takes the tab. Go for it. Do your thing.
Do y'all discuss beforehand, or is it like when y'all are just there, just like, oh, I got it? Like,
I guess it's the type of thing where it's equality at some point because it's like, okay, I paid last time, so you know she's gonna get the tab, but she always says, well, she tries to give me a hard time, and I know sometimes she tries to say it like, no, I'll get you, just so that you know I can be like, oh no, I got you, but most of the time when she says something, okay.
What you got?
I would
Let me see
say,
your card.
like, sometimes you can see, like, oh, this nigga's having a hard week. Like, we just so happen to eat each other's. I got you, babe. Go ahead, get you a margarita.
She still there. You can tell she still don't want to pay for it. I feel like I'm incriminating myself with this, but I'll just do it for the sake of the podcast.
No, I'm just
For me, it was a situation where,
some of them is, like, at least
yeah, some of the
you have
burden.
no control over anything that he's going through. It's like the least that I can do is just do this right here, right now.
that's dope. That's dope.
I
The
can
effort.
be in the present. I can control what I can control right here.
When I started my business, she understood that. So like she was like, okay, you know, I got you, but in return, she was kind of giving off that vibe like, okay, in return, just you know, get me back.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously when my business started popping off and I started meeting people and I was able to get a whole team around me, then that's when I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna treat you now. And now it's been like that 24/7. She hasn't paid for something months.
I'm talking shit, King. Let
Talking
him know.
shit.
Talking shit, King. Yeah. I'm that shit a month.
Yeah, I like the way she worded that because that's, you know, we go through some financial burdens too, and I mean it's not our fault sometimes, and you know sometimes it is, but as long as you got a girl that holds you down and you know treat you like the king you are, simple as that.
Spit. You fine right now. You fine.
I'm incriminating myself with this glass, but I feel like we gotta get spicy here. That's the only way we appreciate it. In not all cases, but in my cases, it turned into this. And please don't judge me, guys. I'm a busy guy. I'm a DJ. I work all nights, and I have a day job. Blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, the situation turned into like we were mainly fucking at night. So it turned into like I want to go out with this guy though. Like, let me invite him on a date and say that I'll pay for it because obviously we're kind of stuck in this Netflix and chill vibe. And sometimes women will do that. I'm just being honest. It's happened. Like she'll be like, look, let's go somewhere, not in the bedroom, Netflixing and chilling. I'll even. And sorry that I took advantage of it, but hey,
Because you won't feel her like that.
and that could probably be the reason too. But some of them, most of the time I pay for as well. But I'm saying, women, like she said, don't mind. Like they may just really want to go to the museum today. She wants to go with you, and for whatever the gesture, she might say, "Hey, I'm just paying. I already got the tickets or this and that. I'm tired of Netflixing and fucking chilling."
A lot of times, women are really nifty. Like the museum is free on Tuesdays.
Shout out to the museum.
So this whole time she wasn't paying.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm about all the free spots.
I'm gonna have some shit for you to pay for next week, man.
You can't take.
Now, fellas, y'all get out of Netflixing and chilling. Get out the house and date. It's important.
I tell you, if you're taking somebody to the museum, make sure they're a little cultured. I took somebody to the museum once. She was touching the art and shit. I haven't talked to her since. She pissed me off. Even the guard was like, "What are you doing?" Like,
it says don't touch. You've never been here.
She just over there, just
No, I'm telling you, Glass, before I let you go, if a girl really likes you and she can tell, like, you not really, like, adding that pressure, she gonna apply that pressure on your ass.
Oh, man.
And again, fellas, this is a different game. I'm trying to get y'all to get this ball in your court. But I don't know, man. Sometimes you gotta go there with it.
I was gonna say, before I dated him, a dollar dude was like, Netflix and chill. Like, and I was like, okay. I was expecting that from him, and then he turned around and was like, hey, you wanna go to the state park today? Hey, you wanna go here? Let's go to Austin. Let's go to Houston. Let's go. Like, he was just like doing different shit that I had never had happen before. So of course, like, I gave him more of my attention and time because he was showing me attention and time. But we were doing it in a affordable way because we were college students. Bro.
No doubt, that makes sense.
No, it's dope. It's dope. I feel like when you date when you're broke, that's a different type of.
Oh yeah, Colin be like, put your bucks with my bucks, we'll get one piece of it.
Like we're going to cheddar.
To the next test. College is totally bogus. That shit don't count.
But I think it's good because it's like you have to, it's an actual experience you have to have with this person. You got to get somewhat creative.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh, we're going to Ruth Chris or something like that.
It doesn't matter because whether you're just getting together, talking stage, been together for a while, fiance, getting married, been married, you always have to budget.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So why not?
So we got somebody on the budgeting number. It's nuts to say you're budgeting on a date.
I know, that's kind of crazy.
Before we go to the next one, we got one more, then we go to the next question.
In retrospect, I've really kind of grown because 18 years ago when we first started dating, we went to Joe's Crab Shack. She took a homegirl with her. I spent like $117.
You paid for the homegirl too?
Yes. That's
But look at you now.
We got beef, bro. We got beef.
You know you my girl now, right?
There we go. She like, that ain't gonna work, nigga.
He was in test and he passed.
If she brought her home girl, that wasn't a date.
That's what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to date him. I was trying to friend
Before we move on,
And he was like, just like, nah, you my girl, right? I was like,
Nah, if you brought your home girl, that wasn't a date.
well, no, because.
What you got, Ron?
before we move on, and I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry, but Erykah Badu wrote a whole song about this. Make these ladies pull their purse out a little bit, fellas. I'm sorry, just a tad bit. Make them do it. It's for a good cause. I be at that table when she pay like, let me get one more three-wheel motion before you.
Oh yeah, that be making me mad. It's like, I'm gonna have. I'm like, hey,
I'm just playing, ladies. I'm just playing.
Expensive
I promise. These are just jokes.
All right, guys, let's
Question
move
number 3.
on to question number 3. Good talk so far. Good talk.
Yeah, deep trivia pod.
Listen, this is gonna be the most common asked question. This is the 400-year-old question. So, if you have sex on the first date, that makes you A, into that said person, B, in touch with your sexuality, C, trying to get over your ex, D, a hoe.
On a cruise. No, I'm just kidding.
No. You know, that shit, no.
There's a few exceptions to first dates, but let's go through the questions one more time.
Sure, I got y'all. If you have sex on the first date, then that makes you A, into that said person, B, in touch with your sexuality, C, trying to get over your ex, D, a hoe. Hold on, guys. Calm down. Got a procedure here. You know, y'all be all right. Now, who has A, into that said person? Hands.
You can't possibly be that damn into him on day one, but okay.
She's
talking about the dick was good and I'm gonna get it.
Be in touch with your sexuality.
That's what I'm going with. You just was horny as a motherfucker that night. I'm going with B.
Okay.
A, you don't know that person yet.
C, trying to get over your ex.
Y'all toxic to the motherfucker. Anything goes.
And the most infamous one. D, a hoe.
No, I disagree. No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to call you a hoe for sharing yourself with me on day one. Depending if that shit loose as hell or not. So you was a goddamn hoe, ain't you?
All right, so hey, into that said person. Why don't y'all talk to me about that? The people who chose it.
I'm a demisexual, so.
What does that mean in English?
I've never heard what a demisexual person is.
Sounds like a Greek god.
I can't have a one night stand with somebody. So if I'm going on a first date with you, I have friendship with you, so I know who you are. And whenever we go on a date, like the panties were to come off at that point.
Okay.
Take those drawers off. Who else is with? Oh, I just love this guy already that I'm gonna fuck him. right after the bar.
I don't just fuck everyone. If I like you, I'm hanging out with you. You finally made that move to like take me out. Oh, we ready? Come on.
I'm gonna let y'all talk before I say my diss. Who else got some stuff for A? We're into this person on day one.
I'm gonna take emotions out of sex because I am someone who, me having sex with someone does not make me emotionally attached. Like they're mutually exclusive, right? So if I vibe with you, if my body is vibing with you, if I feel what's going on, like.
So you're more B, which is Ryan.
What was B?
B is
in touch with your sexuality.
Perfect time to move into B.
Oh no, we still gotta say on that.
But it's not though, because all around I'm in touch with my sexuality. I don't have to have sex with someone on the first date. But if I'm feeling you and that's what I want to do, then that's what I'm gonna do.
But it sounds more B-ish than A, because A is saying I love this guy already. I can tell. I'm into him. If you fucking on day one,
you're into this said person.
I think you're taking the words in a different way. When someone says I'm into the person, I'm taking it as I'm feeling them. Right? I'm not in it as
that ain't enough for me to fuck on the day one.
But either way, it's the context of the words. I think that we're just
okay. I got you. No, because the way I take it, I'll wait for mine. We got any more on A? I'm into this person.
To add to it, it goes back to communication, sexual attraction. Obviously, if I'm meeting some random person at the bar, yeah, likelihood of me going on a date with them is not going to really happen, or going home with them. But if there's that communication, you have like that relationship with somebody. Yeah, your emotions don't have to be a part of it, but you're going to have some type of emotion because you feel a type of way towards that person. But you're not in love.
How long do y'all usually talk to said person before a date? What's an average? Give me an average.
It depends on what they give me. Honestly, can I be honest? And as on the other side of A, like for me being into them, I come better whenever I have an emotional connection. I'm sorry, it's not like I have to love you or be like you could have just said something intelligent.
No, I agree with you on that.
I'd be like,
I agree with you.
I think that's mutual across the board.
I agree, yeah, because if a nigga just pounding you, just like it's that's what it is. But any others? So I'll work our way into B. And A, my theory is there's really no wins on fucking on the first night. It's really not. I personally lose respect for myself. I lose respect for you. So for me, and I always tell people this, I never succumb to the first day. Because you just gotta have a certain amount of willpower. Like, and I know day 2 or 3 don't mean much, but they fucking do when it comes to day 1. So that's just my first thing. I'll never like a person enough just to, oh my God, I like you. Like, no. And it leads me into B, because if we did catch the most organic vibe tonight, and I just, god damn, you are hitting.
I said I lose respect for myself.
I am feeling this. Now listen, now look, back to A, it does way more for you fellas to take this one moment that you will never forget to say, let me have some fucking self-control and not do it. I promise you, I think you'll get more from it than doing it. But my answer would be B, because I'm in tune with my sexual side. My nigga saying, let's go fuck. I'm agreeing with him. And we are both in tune. My nigga, my dick saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where it was going.
my body would say, my mind would say, let's go ahead and do this. If we in tune with B, which is me being in tune with my sexual desires. Anybody else
Very
with B?
well worded. Very well worded.
Who else is got something to touch with B?
I'm a sapiosexual too, so.
What happened?
She got a whole sex dictionary in her
real life.
Sapiosex is what we call that.
I'm sorry, I'm a writer, and they teach you in English.
Oh, there you go.
Say all that shit.
I'm the only one with. I'm the only one with B in test, which is sex.
No. I agree with you. I'm with B too. I'm with B too.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes at first it's pretty good, and it lets you know, okay, maybe this will never happen again. But
the first date might be after a long time of getting to know someone. So.
Come on.
That's why I asked, like, how long are y'all talking to people? Like, what's the longest y'all talked to somebody before you went on a date? Yeah, no, before you went on that first date.
3 years?
You were talking to somebody.
You know this nigga. No, let's keep it genuine.
You on the wrong side here.
Oh, hold on. I want y'all to answer. What's the longest y'all went with for talking to somebody before you let them on a date? 2 months. That's even
A year.
Yeah, I'd have gave the fuck up. I'd have like, you know what? Are we doing this?
So y'all were just like texting and talking on the phone until?
We met up a couple times, but it was really kind of like it was just cool. But it was a situation too, like I had to kind of like go back and try to I feel like I've been on the group before, but that's
I feel that. C, my brother's in the back. Ain't no escaping this. Trying to get over your ex. Let's talk about it. Come on, preach. Spotlight on you.
Hey, bro, I've already talked a lot, bro.
A
lot of people, they be getting out of relationships, they're just like, damn, I need
to
facts. And they'll go out and just find a dude. That dude will find them attractive, and then don't know, they're like, oh yeah, he's easy to get. Let me get him real quick just for the night.
I love his. He knows his role.
He's like, and I'm that guy.
I'm the guy you're gonna regret tomorrow. No, you got a point.
You got 100%. You got a point.
You know what they say, Glass? The only thing better than pussy is what? Some new pussy, sir. I didn't come up with I didn't make that shit up. That shit's before my time.
Ladies, fight back. What do you think about that?
What, bounce back? I feel like
they're like, no,
I feel like when you break up, I feel like when every woman breaks up, she needs to spin a block on somebody that was fine. Somebody that was fine. Not anybody that you hate, not anybody that you can't even stand to talk to them, but somebody that you know.
So it's safe to say, if nigga she break up with you, she's on her way to some dick.
Over. You better try to reconcile fast.
She's talking about you better reconcile fast.
Hold on. With that, do you like got somebody in the tuck? Like, yeah, nigga, you fucked up. Yeah, this calling John. Like, how does that go?
Y'all act like when y'all in a relationship with somebody, y'all don't know that other men be just waiting like hyenas for you to message.
We know that, but we expect that of men. We expect
she is right.
You should also expect for us to thumb through options and pick the best one for ourselves.
Not when you with me.
Afterwards. If it's happening when she's with you, you might not be like that for her. She might love you, but then there's somebody else that can meet her needs. So that would be the only reason why I could really think about a woman, unless she's really she don't really fuck with you like that.
I like bro's answer in terms of like trying to get over your ex, but for me, I feel like I'm giving my ex too much power in bringing her into my next situation shit. So like, I'm not adding you on if I go get some more pussy or not. Oh, I'm getting over my ex with this piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta eat so much. No, I can't give her no more power. Once we break up, man, this pussy belongs to me. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Anybody else with getting over their ex? Anybody else getting over their ex with dick or pussy? As their preference. It don't work. I still love a nigga now. Hey, it don't even work, do it? It gotta suck to get pussy or dick that's worse than the nigga that you're trying to get over to. You don't went out here. Listen, you don't went out here trying to
PTSD right now.
You don't went out here trying to get over her shit.
Have a flashback.
That nigga done left. He done left that shit with a bump. All right, too deep. I'm fucking with you. I have whack dicks on one night stands because I was trying to get over an ex, and I was like, exactly. I will never do that shit again. Yeah. So, stop being petty. Stop being petty. That's what you get. That's what you get. You got a dose of that whack penis.
I know y'all been together for a long time, so this is not directed towards her. Let me just say this: I'm not a happy home wrecker. What I'm just saying is, the wisest thing a woman could do is just have somebody have someone in your arsenal.
In the tuck? Oh no, I can't fuck with you. I can't. You are about to ruin girls because look.
This is like me and Ron are saying don't have kids.
This is not happening in real life. Women is like, but in all honesty, you don't.
How would you respond if I told you, oh yeah, I just got bitches in the tuck for when you fuck up?
Excuse you. Women already know this.
I disagree with you. If I'm into somebody,
I'm never gonna reach out when I'm actively in a relationship. None of y'all counted. I don't know who y'all are. Right.
But if he's in the tuck, then that's what the tuck means.
You in the tuck quietly and visibly, like it's like.
It's not quietly and visibly. That nigga's right here, ready to shoot.
Listen, you when I have a man, I'm faithful. Like, I'm not cheating on my man. So with that being said, I don't know you when I'm in a relationship. And I will be so quick fast to be like, I don't care if we was chilling last year. You don't exist.
I'm gonna go
I'm faithful.
tonight, bro. I'm gonna
now,
go
when I'm single.
The definition of tuck.
When I'm single,
is
you know
someone that
it's
is
a different
hidden.
situation. Like when I'm single, I'll be like, okay, like there's availability. So I'm not gonna announce it.
So she rapping.
I'm not gonna announce it, but you
Get
know,
that man
niggas do this thing where they're periodically checking, especially on Instagram. They'll reply a story or whatever, and then women just swoop in. You just G them a little bit and be like, okay, give them fake conversation. You just segue, but not every dude. I feel like
That's
the
a great point.
dude that you know for sure is gonna like spank your shit, and you're not gonna have no complaints. Let him stay in the cut. You don't have to do no play.
I think I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all, actually. I'm loving the way this is going. We gotta get to the next question.
This is rough. But one more. I'm glad nobody chose D a hoe. I'm glad that we're all progressive here. You know, we're done with those old times and shit. Good job, people. All right, let's move on.
I try not to call you a hoe if you share your body with me, but if your pussy's extremely loose and it's day one, I'll think it to myself. I won't say it aloud. Yes. Anyone disagree with that? I've been in pussy before and I know what loose pussy feels like. Just for clarity, just in case anyone might have thought I didn't know what loose pussy feels like. Just in case you might have not known.
If you're turning her on, they won't be loose. There you go.
A loose pussy's loose. It ain't got nothing to do with being turned on. You're talking about dry pussy. You're talking about dry pussy.
I didn't say shit about dry pussy. I said
do y'all know what loose pussy is?
It's not real. We have a vagina. What's not?
Alright, men. Now we're bringing men in. Men, do y'all know what loose pussies are?
Why would you ask a nigga about loose pussy? We have
Bro, a girl with a loose pussy can be turned on or turned off. It's not changing. We can disagree.
Okay, we got it.
No, before we move on, first off, you need to know what loose pussy is usually classified as. It's classified as a bitch that be fucking on everybody, meaning her pussy is loose, overly large.
What you're saying.
Has nothing to do with. Stop defending these women. They don't need any defense. They need no defense.
It's no such thing as a large or a loose pussy. You're just not big enough to fill her up.
Take your loose pussy ass.
We're moving on to the next question.
Trust me.
Moving on.
Best believe.
Okay.
Take your loose pussy ass and find someone.
I gotta ease it. This is gonna be true or false. Alright? So, true or false? Women are smarter than men until they fall in love with them.
True.
Who says true? Where's my true? Women are smarter than men until they fall in love with them. True or false? Let me give y'all a second. Let me let y'all think. Y'all politic.
Yeah, no more context. Yo, we don't have context in us to death. No context. Simply that.
We good? We good? Good? Got answers? Oh, this is, I was on track. Oh, hell, this is so quiet. All right, who got true? Who says true?
Can you repeat it one more time for the guy in the back?
Women are smarter than men until they fall in love with them. True or false? Who says true? True. Oh, not a lot of truths. Okay, who says false? My truths, talk to me. Why is it true?
Well, my mother always told me, you always get with a man that likes you more than you like him. Amen. And I think for that reason alone. Because
I got beef with y'all for that answer. I got beef with you. Go ahead, though. I'm gonna let you
I do think that women, we are nurturers and givers. And sometimes I think it's important to have a man that has that control.
No, y'all in the back. I need the camera. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
If you get really deep into someone, you might lose your way a little bit. So you gotta stay on your toes. Don't fall too deep, sis. Stay on your knees.
I was messed with that because I've done some shit in my past behind a dude that I was like so in love with that I would have never thought I would do in my whole fucking life. So I really got done behind that thing. I'll be honest.
I mean, to add on to that, so as a Latina, I was raised to be very submissive with men, and I was in a relationship for almost 6 years. I mean, I almost moved a whole other state for this man. And now I'm single. Nobody fucked me. But I'm single for a reason, and I appreciate it. Come on.
All right, girl.
Who else rocking with the true? Shout out to all the women that know they have brought their level down after the dick, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Especially when you know it.
Let's hear it. Demi, what'd you say? Demisexual?
Demisexual?
Yeah, she got some word for this shit. What's it called?
Well, I'm a sapiosexual. I like intelligence. Like, have an intelligent conversation.
Oh, that shit's got your nipples hard with somebody. Understood.
I mean, so I'll say I've done some dumb stuff behind this dude.
Y'all still together, that don't count.
Yeah, because we.
He talking about, yeah, she ain't that smart. y'all better leave here on a good note.
Wait. All I can say is like, because we were friends. We've been friends for the longest time. So we're best friends. So like we know each other's like shit, right? So like sometimes he'll be doing some dumb shit and I'm like, listen to a black woman. And sometimes I'll be doing some dumb shit and he's like, hey, let's go do it. You know, like I've done dumb shit behind him. He's done dumb shit behind me. Like I think just emotions and love just make you blind to shit.
I think there's like a level of trust that you have when you quote unquote do dumb shit behind a person.
Come on.
So it speaks to the trust that you have with your partner. So yes, I think everyone's lying when they say no. At some point in your life, if you're really feeling the motherfucker and you trust them, you're gonna do some
jumping off that bridge.
Shit. Whether that's a thumb in your ass and you're not.
Why did I just see the way too?
I know that just popped in my head too.
You know, Instagram and she like.
Wait, how'd you put that thumb in your ass?
Hell no. She did the hold on. Nasty ass. Nasty ass.
When you trust that person,
you can let that thumb go. I'm going with B because I genuinely believe women are smart at some things and guys are smart at things. To say they smarter, it's like, what is the context to that? But to be spicy with it, I feel like B because I've seen women, and I'm sorry for being misogynistic on this point, but I've seen the corniest niggas get through with lies to get pussy. And I've seen niggas lie their way in the pussy. But you said once you fall in the love change, I get you on that, but smart is smart. And not smart is not smart. So if you letting somebody up in your shit that shouldn't be in there, it's not nothing smart about that. So that's why I'm going with B.
I'm with her. It's all about trust too. Like if you trust this person, why wouldn't I just blindly like listen to what the fuck you say? It's just like having a friend, like having a homeboy. Like yo, come on.
Well, I would say the main reason why I went with B is again, I just think men are smarter things and women are smarter things. There's no reason to like try to figure out who's the smartest at relationships. It's like we serve different purposes.
I think these questions are like poetry. It's interpreted.
Oh, I'm a poet?
You interpret them in a way that makes sense to you. So whenever you talk, like I hear you and I understand your perspective, but I think about it differently. Like yeah, men and women are smart or intelligent in their own way, but we're talking about something that's what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, theoretical? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but we're not talking about actual intelligence.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I would go with A personally because I don't know, man. I feel like women, when a woman loves you, it's hard for her to say no to you. Like it's so difficult for a woman. Hold on, guys. I'm not done.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
It does. But my question was women. My question was strictly women. I've seen it very commonly happen with women. I've seen women who are like, why do you think there's so many women taking the dope charge of dudes like, here, hold the gun, here, hold this, and they go to jail for it? It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
Wait, what about Lady Di?
Yeah, that's a little
She just swallowed it. She sent his ass to jail.
But she didn't say
What the fuck? She did exactly what you said. Yeah, that's not good.
If you're mad at a nigga for flirting at the party, I'm not getting into it. Go ahead.
I feel like, I don't know if it's about...
Hold on, y'all. I can't hear. Yo.
That's not love. She was recognized with a black man. She wanted bitch.
So I don't know if it's about being smart as much as it is about us being more tolerant because we have emotions now. So things we wouldn't tolerate because we don't have that emotional connection with y'all, we're way more tolerant. Like we can know the truth. Like that's all of a sudden we're FBI agents. Like we'll know the truth before, but we'll be like, nah, maybe it'll change, or maybe if I feel like, our boundaries are a little bit more flexible or non-existent, depending on what the issue may be. And I feel like that leaves the room for the emotional, the tolerance, the emotional tolerance of bullshit. But I don't know if it's about smart, because women are about, like actual intellect.
And that's why I couldn't really like put it into like being smart, because that's anybody. Once I fall in love with you, I'm naturally gonna be a little stupider about you. It's naturally gonna be other things that you're gonna be able to do. But as the question is concerned, like I'm naturally gonna let you kind of do more shit that I wouldn't normally let an average guy do.
It's more like giving you more the benefit of the doubt, giving you the room to grow. Like if you don't want me to spaz, you know what's up. Like,
so you said if you're in love, you accept more things than you would?
I think that's just natural. So I'm not saying they should make you do that, but
it's not more. It's
by
more
definition,
like
through thick and thin, you should
better
be.
at it, and I'm not spazzing at it because you didn't cuss me out in that argument. Like we chilling. Like we actually had a conversation. That argument, we had a thorough conversation the whole time. Something like that. Versus like when we're spazzing an argument. Okay, no, that's not gonna cut it. That's not how we're gonna communicate. You have to dance that.
That was a good question, man. I'm not gonna lie, that shit will have me thinking about it later.
Indeed. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Another true or false. So true or false? An ugly guy with manners has a better chance of getting the girl than a handsome guy who's an asshole.
Women love assholes. They don't like them.
Y'all think on it. Think on it. Oh yes.
She said, "What do you mean ugly?"
He's unattracted to you. Ugly. Alright, listen up.
Be attractive with manners, shit.
Listen up. An ugly guy with manners has a better chance of getting the girl than a handsome guy who is an asshole.
Absolutely.
Maybe at a bar mitzvah or some shit. Kind of like a wine mixer or something, not life.
Manners, you know, somebody who knows how to treat you, a gentleman.
Yeah.
I was like, put it in the context. When you said manner, I was like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please.
Yeah, somebody who knows how to treat you.
I never really see the good guys with pussy, to be honest with you. I very rarely see the greatest guys have it lined up. It'd be the worst men alive.
Okay, raise your hands. Who got true? Who says true?
Big dude.
I got 2 trues.
Wait, what was the
You going for the ugly guy with manners?
Hell yeah, if you gonna treat me right.
Ain't nobody believe in that. I don't believe
I actually 30 years.
Bring him to the podcast when y'all do it.
Who has false?
Oh, I'm false, yeah. Girls love assholes. We all know that. And an asshole only gotta have manners for like one day. After that, she's like, oh my God, you didn't have manners for you might be able to change.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm calling cat on majority of y'all. I done seen a bunch of ugly motherfuckers in that goddamn driver's seat. I'm just saying. Beauty's an eye to beholder, but you know, I'm just saying.
Honestly, I feel like it boils down to options. Like it just boils down to options. I feel like a lot of ugly dudes are well mannered because they don't have much to work with.
That's the only angle they got.
But also there are attractive men that are well mannered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not dealing with an asshole. Who raised you? Why are you upset? You woke up today. Like why are you trying to?
A nigga gotta have a little asshole.
No.
I'm convinced.
Towards the world.
Women don't like pushover niggas. They usually get divorced. Women like a little thrill in their life. And I have learned that shit time and time again.
You don't have to be a pushover.
I didn't say to be fucking calling her bitches and hoes, but I'm just saying that asshole could mean different shit. But that thrill is what I'm getting at. I've never seen a woman not like a little asshole. I said a little tad bit of asshole in your game.
Little asshole.
Here to here.
Real simple. It is easier and cheaper to change your behavior than it is to change how you look.
Say that again for the people in the back.
It is easier and cheaper to change your behavior than to change how you look or appear.
Easier and cheaper to change your behavior.
But at what point do people? Because you know, I would assume most of us in here are 25. You know, most of us. There's a point where people are stuck in their ways, right? So like, at what point? It might be something like somebody who's stuck in their ways at 25. It might take them 10 years to finally realize, like, oh, that's fucked up. I need to change. So like, at what point do we have tolerance for that, or is it like I don't have no tolerance for it?
I think that's up to individual because I might be able to tolerate something like in this area versus like another area. So maybe I could tolerate. I could tolerate the fact that you can't dress that well because at the end of the day you got money. And I can style, like that's okay. But I can't tolerate the fact that you, I don't know, like you don't go to the dentist like that, or you don't clip your nails, or like hygiene shit. It depends. You have to.
That's not manners, though.
That's just no. But I'm saying, what the example that I'm giving is saying that you have to. It's up to individual. You pick and choose what you can tolerate, because like what I can tolerate may be looking different than what she can tolerate. So I think that's up to individual.
Before I let Leo go, can we? And I just want a simple hand raise on one. There's only 2 options. Ladies, are you going more so? And don't take the asshole as a complete. Just a little tad, an asshole, or more so the straight arrow shooting like Tommy Hilfiger type of guy.
I have enough assholes.
If you going for like the asshole, raise your hand. If you're more so attracted to assholes, alright. If you're more so attracted to like the straight arrow, golf course, Tommy. I'm an asshole, so I don't care. I don't fall in that. But just in how you without getting too deep. Without getting too deep, are you more nerdy? Or are you more asshole? But nerdy takes all the context out of it. So take the context out. Nerdy or asshole?
I'm sorry, we've established I love nerdy asshole.
You said
nerds ain't out here
Nerdy people
Get me
are
some
women.
water out the fridge. So come on, it's like you're killing me with the context.
right.
Nerdy or fucking asshole?
Nerdy.
Nerds, raise your hand. If you like a nerdy nigga. Hey, if you like you a good old fashioned asshole with some slight manners. Alright, Leo had something to say. I'll cut him off.
Yeah, and this is just my perspective from my life. From my experience with women, it's years at this point. From what I've seen, women really like a man that has balance. Like, because I'm a nice person, I'm not ugly either. So what I've seen is you got just a touch of dog in you. Like for example,
Got to, it's mandatory.
No,
It's mandatory.
like for example, like you can be nice, you can be nice, you can cater to them, do all these things, treat them nice. But if she won't, throw her against the wall somewhere, she be too tall across. Do what she wants to do.
I mean, they have like millions of shows that show unhappy women in relationships with a man that won't dog her a little bit.
But you need, but that's what I'm
We're talking about just in general. Hey, fucking go get me a glass of water. Damn it, a little dog. I'll grab the water for myself. Like cut my damn steak up and feed me.
It ain't even gotta be like that.
I got you. I'm fucking with you.
It's a fine line because I just trying to understand what you're saying and put it into my own perspective. When you say like the nerdy guy or the asshole guy, whatever, when you say balance, it's like I need to know that my man can protect me, defend me, or whatever. Don't be at home being no bitch in the house because I'm gonna feel like I can run over you. It ain't gonna work. So
I like the way it's more about protection.
Yeah, you can be on golf from time to time, all that, whatever. But I need to know when it boils down to you gotta protect this house.
You gonna bring out that
That's the balance.
I like that. I like that. Protection is like I need to know where I can. All that nerd gonna do is look at niggas on Ring doorbells. Like, oh, that nigga, he coming in. He coming in. I mean, I play golf. I'm saying it's a lot of niggas. A lot of Tommy niggas are. Hey, let's go to the next one. I'm enjoying this.
Listen, the rest of these questions are low key goofy, just goofy, funny questions. So let's have some fun a little bit.
Yeah, please. Okay? I've been really enjoying this. I'm not gonna lie. And this deep trivia round, we gotta hear from somebody we ain't heard from. We ain't heard from y'all two in the back. Y'all two.
He like, I've been talking.
You would have said some sneaky shit, but you ain't raised your hand. You on this next one?
Come on. All right, this one. Let's see if y'all know this. I just found this out this year. Which musician played Spanky Johnson in the hit comedy Life starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence?
Spanky Johnson was, which one was Spanky?
You gotta wait. I can only imagine how y'all were in class.
Which one was
Spanky Johnson, the gangster, the light-skinned gangster. The one who was about to drown him in New York.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know. Rick James.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I did not know that.
I just found it out this year. It was Rick James.
I didn't know that.
All right. Okay, another one.
Don't answer it. Yeah.
Well, this one's multiple choice. Which white person do black people fuck with the most? You don't know how much fun it is looking at these questions.
I'm gonna love this one.
Okay. A. Cher. B. Justin Timberlake. C. Bobby Caldwell. D. Tina Marie. Wait, guys, wait.
Why you not put Eminem in there, man?
People be cracking on him. Everybody like, hell no,
you gotta put Eminem and
Okay. I'm gonna ask it again. I'm gonna ask it again and go through the choices. Which white person do black people fuck with the most? A. Cher. B. Justin Timberlake. C. Bobby Caldwell. D. Tina Marie. I don't even want to ask.
I thought he was gonna have Bill Clinton in there too. I was waiting on Bill Clinton like a motherfucker.
That's the one he did with that damn 3 strike shit. Yeah, man.
You know niggas love Bill Clinton, man.
Just because this nigga played saxophone on Arsenio, you ain't fooling me. All right. Does anybody have Cher?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
You know what Cher is?
No, nigga.
I know why you
I don't want to know who the fuck
You
Cher
know
is.
why?
I ain't listening to shit.
Cher's dope. B. Justin Timberlake. Anybody got Justin Timberlake? Okay,
Justin Timberlake wanna be Usher. Just cause you white and can sing a little bit does not mean I'm loving you, nigga.
Alright, what about C, my man? Wait, chill. Yo, I need a gavel. Hey, can I get the mic? Can I get the mic, please? Excuse me. Alright. C, Bobby Caldwell. We got Bobby.
That would have to be mine, because I don't know who Tina Marie is. You'd have to tell me who that is. I'd have to go with Bobby Caldwell. I don't know who D is.
D, Tina Marie?
I'm still going with Bobby. I'm going with Bobby Caldwell.
Alright, so it's out of these two. Alright, hold on, y'all. Let me get Bobby Caldwell again. Let me see hands for Bobby.
I'm Bobby Caldwell on my shit.
Alright, let me see Tina Marie.
It was a toss up between
I know every motherfucking artist that faced on his earth.
Tina, wait, what happened? Did Tina pass, right?
Some songs I don't know who the fuck sung it. I just play this shit.
Fire Desires that shit. What she had? She had Square Biz.
Maybe he thought she was black.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought.
When I first saw her, I thought she was black.
Every time I play Square Biz, I don't even look at the artist. I just look for Square Biz. First of all, non-DJ, stop critiquing.
Damn, but does she beat Bobby? Now you really got me thinking. Does she really beat Bobby like that?
Yeah, like I sit at home and let me find out who this artist really is.
I don't know. Guys, hold on. I can't hear.
We played both of them at the family reunion. Between Tina and Bobby.
Y'all just realized Bobby was white.
And you did.
No, I didn't.
Nobody knew Bobby was white.
But everybody, but this is my thing. When I saw a Tina Marie video and I saw a Bobby video, I was more surprised that Bobby was
Yeah,
white.
Bobby sound black.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Bobby, I was like, I like this looking. I'm like, am I typing the right thing? Like, yeah.
But a lot of generations don't know who Tina Marie is.
That's true.
The better question would be, who is it?
I guess.
Does anybody have any honorable mention white people?
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse?
She's cool.
Adele.
Adele fell off after 21. Paul Wall. I ain't never seen nobody look like Paul Wall. Hey, I put Eminem over Paul Wall though.
No.
Eminem over Paul Wall. I don't give a fuck about swinging no elbows. Not giving a nigga no credit just because he slang balls. Eminem really changed the rap game on some white boy shit. Paul Wall just hung out with black people and drove Cadillacs. Eminem really changed some shit.
Okay, let me move on. I'm gonna ask 2 more, and then we're gonna be out of here.
All right, bet.
All right, so there's another multiple choice. The next two are both multiple choice. Which reason would your parents come into your room when you were younger? A, because it was too quiet. B, because they pay the bills and they can go into any room. C, because they were concerned. D, to ask you how your day was.
Because
I'll
they
ask
pay
it
fucking
again.
bills.
Which reason would your parents come into your room when you were younger? A, because it was too quiet. B, because they pay the bills and can go to into any room in the house. C, because they were concerned. D, to ask you how your day was.
Mine was C, because I would be
Who got A?
You sleeping, I'm gone. I'm
You got one A?
creeping past my
Because it was too quiet? Anybody else? Anybody else because it was too quiet? Two? Okay.
My parents didn't like me.
B, because they pay the bills and can go to
Anywhere in this motherfucker.
Parents are low-key rude. They just be barging in your shit, like going to your toy box and shit, like, hey, I'll pay for it, like, yeah. Okay, I'm not even gonna ask anymore. The whole room wanted that. All right, this is gonna be our last one. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. This is my favorite question. So, which one of these designers was actually a Nazi spy?
Oh, shit.
How you even supposed to know that? Where you find that shit? I'm gonna be mad too. Cause I'm like,
this is where my random knowledge comes in. A. Ralph Lauren. B. Yves Saint Laurent. That's YSL. C. Coco Chanel. D. Mason Margiela.
Hey Siri.
No, don't ask Siri.
Chat GPT.
Let me read through it again. Which one of these designers was a Nazi spy? A. Ralph Lauren. B. Yves Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent. I'm sorry. YSL. Not Young Thing.
Saint Laurent sound like a fucking god from.
C. Coco Chanel and D. Mason Margiela. Who got A? Who got Ralph Lauren? Lauren,
You're the clothing for the Olympic team.
You said Chanel, right?
B. YSL. Who got YSL? I'm not talking about Young Thug now. C. Who got Chanel? Coco Chanel.
I'm hoping you got the answer for this.
Yeah.
Of course.
And D. Mason Margiela.
I don't know none of that background.
The correct answer is Coco Chanel.
Really? You gonna make me research that?
Go look at her biography. She actually has a very interesting story. I'm a nerd like that. I know shit like
You
that.
can always trust a woman to get the job done.
I mean, Marissa, she was a Nazi. I don't think that's nothing. Just saying. Shout out to Chanel Blue. I do wear that, but yeah. I'm a Nazi. But listen, this was so fucking dope. I really didn't expect this type of turnout. This was awesome. Did y'all have fun? Yeah. That was very fun. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do Nasty Awards again too.
Y'all need to submit some questions too. If y'all got some good ones, y'all can create y'all's own questions and answers and send them to us, please.
Yeah, and we take topics too. I have a full list of topics, but if you guys have anything that you think should be talked about on the grand scheme, just go ahead, follow the Cold Coffee page on Instagram at Cold Coffee Pod, and go ahead and just shoot us a DM and we'll talk about it. Before we bounce, I need everybody to look at my great cameraman right here. And on the count of 3, I want us all to scream Cold Coffee. He's going to get a cool pan of all of us, if y'all don't mind. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cold Coffee! On them boys. Listen, we're at the best place in the world, New Orleans daiquiris to go. DJ Original, my cousin Ron, I'm David Glasgow. We are the Bruise Brothers collectively. This is the Cold Coffee Podcast. We love each and every last one of y'all. Everything in life is available, but nothing is for sale. I think I said that wrong. It's okay. Thank y'all for coming.
Cold coffee. Who wants cold coffee? Maybe we're gonna make something new. Matter of fact, people gonna be drinking cold coffee all the time now.